So, again, today, we're working on that I can identify the independent variable, dependent variable, and unit rate in a graph, equation, and table. So in all three places, you have those three components. You will have an independent variable, and a unit rate. Basically, what a graph, equation, and a table are doing are showing you the same information in a different way. It's a different presentation of the same kind of information. You notice over here on our table, there's a question that asks you, what is the unit rate? How do you find it? So it's important to understand that from a table, we can still find a unit rate. This is how you find the unit rate. We've done it before. I'm going to show you again. The way I find the unit rate from a table is I would find the difference between my x and y. I take 2 points on that table, and I find the difference between the 2 points. So for instance, come on, there we go. I could go 2 and 4. These 2 points are right beside each other, so what's the difference between 2 and 4? It's a difference of 2. 2 goes in my denominator, because that's where x goes. This is my independent variable. And then I take the corresponding 2 from the y, which is 11 and 19. 19 minus 11 is 8. I divide that out, I get 4. So that 4 means there is a unit rate in here. Now, how did I know there was a unit rate? This is 8. 8, 8, 8. There's a pattern of 8 every time. And over here I have a pattern of 2. So I look at my y, my dependent variable, and I'm noticing, okay, there's a pattern of 8. What is the unit rate? I divide it out, and I can find what it is.
So that's how you get the unit rate?
Yeah. Basically, at least what I'm doing is I'm taking my 2 points on my x, I'm finding the difference. I take the corresponding 2 points on my y, find the difference. My y is divided by my x, and that's going to give my unit rate. This works with any linear table. If you have a linear table, you can do that work. With a graph, you're going to have the same 3 components on a graph. You're going to have your independent variable, your dependent variable, as well as your rate. This is what I'd like you to do here. Talk to your partner about where is the independent variable and where is the dependent variable. Go. Did you get it? All right. So Kira had said the x-axis is her independent variable, so it's here. The y-axis is her dependent variable, that is here. So we found 2 points right off the bat that the table has right over here. If I was to draw a straight line, and I could draw a straight line from anywhere, I'm going to draw it from 0 and go up. Now, this straight line represents a linear relationships, right? That we know there is a constant rate. So, where are you going?
I'm going to get my water.
Not right now.
No, she told me to.
Okay. Okay. There is a constant rate. So how do I find what that unit rate is? I don't know what it is, John. But I do know that the way I'm going to find it is I'm going to have y over x. So I can find any 2 points on this line. I could go to 5 here, go up to the line, make a dot, go over. That's 4. So my y is 4, so I put 4. My x is 5. If I do this division, 4 divided by 5, I'm going to get 0.8. This is my rate. So again, how did I find it? I'm given a line. You're going to have a line. And if it asks you to find your unit rate, you can find any 2 points. I could go to 10, go up to 10, make a dot, come over onto this graph, find out the value that's here. This value goes over the 10, and that is how you find your unit rate using a graph. Excuse me?
What would it be? Would it be like
4/5. Right, and if I divided that out, I get 0.8. No. So, yeah, you're thirsty, so you know what? During your time, you're more than welcome to get a drink. Yeah, but that's your time. You decide to use your time, I'll use the classroom's time. All right. I would like you to also copy this down. So please get this equation down. Yeah.
I need to go get a new pencil.
Okay, then you can borrow his for right now. I don't have a pencil. So here we have an equation that is distance equals 30 plus 5t. Yep, take the notes down. Can you identify each part of this equation?
Do we need to write down that question?
No, that's for me. But you need to have the equation down.
All right.
So what's the D? Talk to your partner. What variable is this? What's the D? So here, Brianna said D is the dependent variable.
I said it too.
Okay? What is the 5? Julian, what's the 5? Do you know? Close, not quite. 5 is the rate. This is my rate. What's the T? Stevie, what's the T? It is time. What's another word for the time in this case?
Unit.
That's the unit rate. Independent variable. This is my independent variable. And then this, the 30, we talked a little bit about yesterday. This is called my y-intercept. My y-intercept is where my graph crosses the y. So this graph is going to look something like it's a positive relationship. Is the 5 negative or is it positive? Positive. So it's going up. Okay, it's not going down. If it was negative, it would be going down. But this is positive. But we know that it's going to start on the y-axis, and this y-axis point is 30, and it's going to be going up something like that. And it's going up at a rate of 5. My t, which is my independent variables here, my d, distance, okay, would be over here. And this graph would look like this because my y-intercept tells me this is where it starts and it's going up. Questions about that? Okay, so